There are ground covers that not only look great around your house and yard, but also help with erosion control, covering up hillsides, and even thriving in dry climates. Some are evergreen, some shed their leaves in the winter, while still others can handle moderate foot activity. Number 1. Sweet Woodruff. The sweet woodruff thrives in shady spots and pairs nicely with shrubs and trees. Around the same time as crabapples, it produces little white blossoms in the spring. While under the correct circumstances it can spread aggressively, sweet woodruff is more often seen as a subtube plant that grows in neat clusters of erect stems bearing deciduous green foliage. This shade ground cover, which has a fragrant smell, thrives in slightly damp soil. Number 2. Lamium. The silvery or occasionally golden leaves of lamium, often known as dead nettle, will liven up a shaded spot. In the spring, it attracts pollinators with its clusters of tiny purple blooms. Although it gradually expands outward, this shade ground cover remains below 1 foot tall. However, because lamium stems are delicate, you should not walk on them. Number 3. Lamb's Ear. In the summer, you'll see flower stalks bearing little white, pink, purple, violet, or red blossoms. But you are free to prune them off if you'd rather have the silvery green foliage take center stage. It may seem like the leaves are melting away in warmer climates throughout summer, but when the temperature turns colder, they'll be right back. This plant regrows from the roots in the spring. Thus, it may not be evergreen in areas with severely cold winters. The tactile qualities of lamb's ear make it an ideal addition to sensory gardens. Number 4. Mondo Grass. Even though it's not technically grass, Mondo Grass is resistant to rabbits and deer. Depending on the cultivar, it grows 3 to 24 inches tall with narrow, strappy leaves that can be variegated in colors of green to nearly black. As a classic ground cover in Japanese gardens, it also makes a great border, sidewalk, or driveway edger. Number 5. Mountain Spurge. One native pachysandra that does well in full shade is mountain spurge, which is also known as Allegheny spurge. It is not as invasive as Japanese pachysandra, but it does spread outward in neat mats of serrated green leaves. In the spring, mountain spurge blooms with little white flowers that aren't particularly eye-catching, but have a beautiful aroma. It can withstand periods of drought after it has taken root. Number 6. Brass buttons. Dense mats of feathery, finely textured leaves ranging in color from bronze black to purple gray are formed by brass buttons. The leaves of this plant stay green all winter long in hardiness zones 9 and 10. During the winter months, this plant will wilt and return in the spring. Its summertime tiny button-shaped flowers are a nod to their name. Number 7. Ajuga. Ajuga is a multi-purpose ground cover that can tolerate foot movement and grows in areas where grass won't. Pretty leaves in green, maroon, copper, purple, pink, or variegated are the major attraction of this perennial ground cover plant. Before you plant it, make sure it won't become weedy in your area. Even under ideal circumstances, it can. Number 8. Thyme. Thyme is the herb to use when you're dealing with hot and dry weather. You can't go wrong with this fragrant ground cover in flower beds, borders, or pots. Even moderate foot traffic is no match for creeping thyme variations. To keep weeds at bay, try planting these plants in the space between garden path stones. Well, thanks for watching video from Catchy Garden. Don't forget to click like and subscribe button to always support our channel. You can also turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos from us. We'll see you in the next videos.